Welcome to the fucking metaverse.
What was the culture like at Google? And I'm kind of curious, I assume that you're having like a pretty big influence at Wow over like, and you too, over like what the company culture becomes.
Mhm.
And I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that what I loved about there's a couple things that were really apparent when I joined Google. Like, one, it was cool to come into a company where nerds rule. I think that you kind of have the sense, oh, like the corporates win, and business people are telling us what to do. What I loved was this like embraceness of like, okay, like hacking, nerdiness, but we want to be good people, and we want to use that tech to make information broadly available to really level the playing field.
Yeah.
So what I loved was there's this sense of like, hey, it's cool to be smart. It's cool to debate ideas. Anyone can ask a question from anywhere in the company, and we're going to address it. So there was this openness, this kind of embracement of being nerdy and hacking, and kind of like an egalitarianism. I don't know if you guys have been to the Google campus in California.
I haven't,
but
no.
It's pretty much just across the street from Stanford, and everyone thinks it's kind of like a mix between like Stanford plus Burning Man, right? It's like all the food is free, people are riding around on bikes, there's sort of this weird and wackiness. And so, long story short, like I really appreciated the fact that like it was just like a bunch of young, smart people who like felt passionate about the mission, were very into tech, and we're gonna help each other. And so I think like coming into Wow, we had a lot of discussions about what we want the company culture to be.
Yeah.
How do we want to live the values? Because it's one of our goals to be the best place to work in Web3, right? Especially for women and for diverse people. Like we realize that, we're kind of a beacon for a lot of people who may not yet feel included in the space. And
For sure.
so we really wanted to create a culture where, it's open, where of course we can debate, but, everyone treats each other with respect.
Yeah, that's beautiful.